Throwing a loonie or toonie in the parking meter will soon be a thing of the past in Winnipeg. The city is removing its street-side parking pay stations because the technology is aging. The city said all pay stations on city streets and parking lots are set to be removed by the end of August. This has angered some who say not everyone has access to a smartphone or a credit card to pay for parking on an app. Joining us now for our monthly chat is Mayor Scott Gillingham. Good morning, Mr. Mayor.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Well, thank you for joining us. Now, what is your reaction to some of the naysayers when it comes to removing the parking meters?
Well, right now, the technology on the parking meters is a 3G technology. It will end this summer. So those parking meters have to come out no matter what because the technology will be extinct, basically. We have found that over 80% of the people that are parking are using the app already. Over 90% of people that park use a credit card. And so when we look at the cost to replace those meters would be $3.6 million just to put new meters in, and then $1 million a year in operating costs. And so we're weighing, is this a good use of money or not? With over 90% of the people already going to credit cards and over 80% of the people already using the app, it's just not a good use of money, of taxpayers' money, to replace those meters. And so we're going to make it more easy for those that still would want, use instead of using cash, they can buy a scratch card. That will make them more readily available if they need. Okay. Or we'll put QR codes for those that have smartphones right on the sign, so people, if they don't want to download the app, they can just take a picture of the QR code. So this is really about kind of catching up with the times. Edmonton has gone this route. There's over 1,300 cities across North America and throughout the world that use this parking meter app, with over 95 million people using this app already and using this system. So it's just about trying to make the best decision of the use of taxpayers' money.
We know you're trying to save money, and you also are going to announce something new this morning. You're doing something to save you even more cash. What is it?
Well, right now we've taken a look at our fleet vehicles, all the city vehicles that are used by all of our departments, and our budget savings team has been doing the work with the department and found that we are going to be able to save $673,000 this year by looking at our fleet vehicles and returning 71 vehicles that we don't need. So we looked at the entire fleet, really did a deep dive to find out how many vehicles do we really need. So we found that there's over 70 that we don't need that can be returned, others that can be sold off. They're used, but they can be sold off, and that's going to save us, close to $674,000 just in this year alone. And
AI is also going to help the city save some cash too. You're using it more and more in other departments.
We are. Technology is changing so fast, and as a city, we just want to make sure that we're not only keeping up, but we're using it to provide better customer service for our residents and to assist our staff in the work that they do. So we have introduced a 311 chatbot. It's on a pilot project right now. So if someone goes to the City of Winnipeg website, you can use the chatbot just for questions you may have about city services. You can just go down and enter your question in the text box code. And what that has done, it's allowed us to expand the number of languages that we offer our service in. So that chatbot is available, I think, in 16 or 17 different languages, which is really important because Winnipeg, we're increasingly becoming more and more diverse with more and more people speaking other languages. But there's other areas as well. Our invoicing systems right now, we're using an AI system to kind of review the invoices to make sure that we can assist city staff. It can be done faster. City staff still oversee it, but some of the main fields in an invoice are reviewed, and basically a payment is prepared.
Okay, we're heading into those summer months. Kids have 1 month left of school. The summer season is here. It's also construction season. What are we looking at in terms of construction on our streets this year?
We're looking at a record budget. So we're going to invest $169 million in road construction this year. And it's kind of funny because on one hand, and I'm one of the ones that can tend to do the same thing, complain about the potholes, but then get frustrated with construction season. So to all the motorists out there, please be patient. We are putting $169 million, a record budget, into road construction because we need to do that. There's more roads that need to be fixed. Thankfully, this year we had fewer potholes. It might have been, the spring season that helped with that and the weather conditions that helped. But we're going to see construction all over our streets, all around the city this year to make the streets better for Winnipeggers.
Now, yesterday the splash pads were opened up during the weekend because it's been so hot. It's been unusually hot for this time of year. Is there a move towards opening up some of the other maybe pools or other splash pads in our city?
The advantage of the splash pads over wading pools is just like you say, you know, Rochelle, we can open them faster and sooner. It's because you don't need staff on site. So the splash pads have been open for people to enjoy. You know, I saw the weather forecast here, and it looks like it's going to be, you know, Catherine was telling us all that it's going to be a very warm week, so the splash pads will be used. But then in time, in the coming weeks, we'll open our wading pools as well. We need wading pool attendants for those, but first the splash pads, then the wading pools coming on.
Mr. Mayor, thanks for your time today.
Thank you.